go for a press conference when I've appeared in a case. That's not the tradition. But in this particular case, I had to do so because the fate of the outcome of the poll in West Bengal depends on what happens in the counting rooms. They got to know about it only on the 29th of April. And on the 29th of April, they moved the High Court. And in the High Court, they contended that this circular, in the absence of the TMC not knowing about it, should not have been issued and therefore should be struck down, which was not accepted by the High Court. Then they said that what is the reason why the central government or the election commission is of the opinion that, and they've got information that there will be some problems at the time of counting, and that in every counting station throughout West Bengal, there have to be additional nominees of the central government. As you know, that in the counting room, there are the nominees of the counting agents of each political party present there. There is also a supervisor supervising the counting. Then there are the election agents of each political party that is present that are present there. Now the Election Commission, through this circular of April 13, has said that in addition, there will be a central government employee or a public sector undertaking employee who will also be present in the counting room and at each table. Now, that also is a little surprising because there's already a nominee of the central government called a micro observer in the counting room at each table. So that's a bit unfortunate, but be that as it may, the High Court said, well, we're not going to interfere in this matter because the Election Commission has powers, wide powers to do what they wish to do. So we moved the Supreme Court, and in the Supreme Court, we never argued about the constitutionality of the circular. We merely said that whatever the circular is should be implemented by the Election Commission itself. And what the circular says is the following, and I'll read it out to you. This is the 13th April circular, and it says the following, namely, in view of the apprehensions expressed from various quarters, we don't know what those quarters are, regarding possible irregularities. So they are not saying there will be irregularities, possible irregularities during the process of counting of votes, and with a view to ensuring transparency, integrity, and orderly conduct of counting proceedings, the following protocol and arrangements are proposed for strict compliance at all counting centers. At least one among the counting supervisor and counting assistant at each table shall be a central government, central PSU employee, right? And thereafter, in paragraph 9, to the end of the paragraph, they say, further, this is the conclusion of the circular, a dedicated module is being incorporated in ECI Net for randomization of counting personnel and generation of counting ID cards. The salient features of the proposed module are as follows. Random selection, please note this, random selection of state government and central government employees from the respective personnel databases for counting duty. So there shall be a central government employee as well as a state government employee. There was no randomization done with the state government employee, which is why we argued that there should also be, follow your own circular and please appoint a state government employee through the process of randomization, as you've done in the case of central government employees. And then the circular at the end says, you are requested to ensure strict compliance with the above instruction, which means you have to appoint a state government employee as well as a central government employee through a process of randomization. So we said that please implement the circular. We did not challenge the circular in Supreme Court, or we didn't challenge the High Court order on that issue, which upheld the circular. So the Supreme Court ultimately passed an order that let this circular of April 13 be followed in both letter and spirit. And I've read it to you what the letter says and what the spirit says. So we expect now the central government to appoint through a randomization process an employee of the state government in each of the polling stations to be at each of the counting stations, right? And on the counting tables. So that's the legal part of it. The other part that I want to emphasize is that, West Bengal is a part of India. And people of India should not get the feeling that a state is being targeted, or a political party which is in power is being targeted by a political party at the center, which controls, the government at the center. And that's very unfortunate, because the number of CAPF personnel that are present there, right, are far in excess of any personnel that have been present in Manipur and in Jammu and Kashmir, which is unfortunate because there's no war going on. This is an election, and in that election, people will participate. And if the election commission is in control of the security during the course of the election and counting, then how are they afraid that other forces will interfere and there'll be irregularities? They are in control of the CAPF. You cannot enter the counting station till such time as you show your ID card. The election agents of each political party, the counting agents of each political party will be present there. Nobody else will be allowed to enter. There's a central observer, that is a micro observer appointed by the central government present there. So what was the need of another person? But doesn't matter. If you want to have another central government employee, have then a state government employee as well, which is what your circular says. But what is the need when the security is controlled by you? Then who can interfere in that? And everyone knows that these proceedings at the counting tables are being recorded through CCTV cameras. That recording is also with the election commission, and that recording, according to them, will be available for 45 days, right? So then where is the fear that there will be irregularities, unless you want to commit an irregularity? You can't have a fear on irregularity. Maybe the TMC and other political parties feel that there will be irregularity at the instance of a political party in power. And it is only to ensure that there is a level playing field that the state government nominees should be there at each counting table. And that's absolutely necessary. And it's not fair the way the election commission is targeting only the state of West Bengal, as if elections are happening only there, while elections have happened in Kerala and Tamil Nadu and in Assam and Puducherry. But this is most unfortunate. It gives the wrong signal to the people of India, and especially to people in West Bengal. And I do believe that this is a procedure which is unheard of. It's never been done before. And I think at some stage we must persuade the Supreme Court to look at the powers of the Election Commission, even in the context of the fact that under Article 324, they have almost absolute powers in the course when an election takes place. Thank you very much.
सर, एक सवाल ये है कि बीजेपी ने प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करी आपकी प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस से पहले, और ये कहा कि अनर्गल मुद्दों पर सुप्रीम कोर्ट जाने से पता चलता है कि कितनी छटपटाहट है। और इंडिया गठबंधन से सवाल करते हुए सुधांशु त्रिवेदी बीजेपी के सांसद ने प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करी, कहा कि इंडिया गठबंधन से सवाल है कि हिंसा मुक्त मतदान होने पर अगर किसी को समस्या उत्पन्न हो रही है, उससे साफ है कि आतंक के ऊपर सत्ता बनाने का जो प्रयास था वो विफल हो गया।
नहीं, देखिए, पहली बात तो यह है कि हिंसा मुक्त चुनाव तो होने चाहिए, ठीक है, और प्रभाव मुक्त भी होने चाहिए, ठीक है ना। तो जो इलेक्शन कमीशन है वो इंचार्ज है सिक्योरिटी की, तो हिंसा कैसे हो सकती है? CAPF तो उन्हीं के हैं, काउंटिंग स्टेशन उन्हीं के पास हैं, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के नॉमिनी माइक्रो ऑब्जर्वर उनके लगे हुए हैं, एक और सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट। तो इनको कहाँ से जानकारी मिली कि हर बूथ में, हर काउंटिंग बूथ में, हर काउंटिंग जगह पे इरेगुलरिटी होगी? मतलब कि बंगाल में कोई ऐसा काउंटिंग की जगह नहीं है जहाँ रेगुलरिटी नहीं होगी। इनको कहाँ से ये जानकारी मिली, बताएं? भाजपा को है ना जानकारी, तो भाजपा ही बता दे। इन्होंने चिट्ठी लिखी होगी इलेक्शन कमीशन को कि हमें ये जानकारी है, तो आप ये कीजिए। और आपको मालूम है इलेक्शन कमीशन क्या करता है इन मामलों में, ठीक है ना। जो वो कहेंगे वो करेंगे, क्योंकि इलेक्शन कमीशन और भाजपा में कोई अंतर थोड़ी ना है, वही तो इलेक्शन करवाते हैं। और जिस तरह से करवाना चाहते हैं वैसे ही करवाते हैं। और गणेश कुमार जी तो मतलब कि बड़े एक एफिशिएंट चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर, ऐसे तो मैंने एक ज्योति जी हुए थे, वो भी बड़े एफिशिएंट थे, ये उनसे भी ज्यादा एफिशिएंट।
तो सर आज जो ऑर्डर है सुप्रीम कोर्ट का, उसके बाद इलेक्शन कमीशन फ्री है एडिशनल सेंट्रल फोर्स सेंट्रल जो
वो तो क्या, जो सर्कुलर कह रहा है उसको लागू करे, हमें तो कोई इसमें प्रॉब्लम नहीं है।
सर आपको क्या लगता है, क्या स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के एम्प्लॉइज को वो लोग एम्प्लॉय करेंगे काउंटिंग सेंटर?
लगने की क्या बात है, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा है फॉलो इट इन लेटर एंड स्पिरिट, इसमें मेरे लगने की क्या बात है, मुझे क्या लगना।
If it's not implemented, could it be considered as unconstitutional?
No. If it's not implemented, it is contempt. Right?
So this in the last paragraph the circular says random selection of
Random selection सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉय की होती है, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट की भी होगी फ्रॉम द डेटाबेस।
so what was the process of the random selection of
Random is random ना, random है, not choreographed by Ganesh Kumar. हाँ।
Sir, one question here, sir. The circular of 13th April, first line you said that one central government employee will be there.
At least one.
At least one at each table.
Right.
The last part which you were saying, ki state government employees will also be there during randomization.
That's
The
right.
RO will do.
That's right.
So since it was there in the circular itself, what was the need to go to the Supreme Court, sir?
Because they had not nominated. Their decision was not to nominate any state government employee through random selection. They had done so. They had done so in the case of central government employees or PSUs, employees of PSUs, but not in the state case. The case of that's why I clarified. I didn't want to attack the circular. I only said that please now implement it. That's all. And if they still don't implement it, then the irregularities, obviously, the needle of suspicion will be there at their doorstep.
True letter in spirit, sir. The order has said that it should be implemented in true letter in spirit.
That's correct.
So are you? That means you are assuming that they will take state governments also employees now.
I assuming, but that's the Supreme Court says. I'm not assuming anything. When it says in letter and spirit, then the Supreme Court is saying that I can't assume these things. I mean, I assume that the Election Commission will act bona fide, but they've not done it in the past, so I can't be certain of that.
सर बड़ा सवाल यही है, तो आप कह रहे हैं, आपके लगोल बाप उसका दिख रहा है आपका स्पष्टनेस का यही कि जो पहले से सर्कुलर था उसको फॉलो नहीं किया जा रहा था, तो आप लोग सुप्रीम कोर्ट गए हैं और अब आपको ये पूरा आश्वासन है कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट के कंटेम्प्ट को कंटेम्प्ट नहीं करेगी।
नहीं, बिल्कुल आश्वासन है कि जो उनका खुद का सर्कुलर है उसको लागू करेंगे, बोथ इन लेटर एंड स्पिरिट।
सर, जो रिटन ऑर्डर आया है उसमें लिखा है कि तृणमूल कांग्रेस के जो एप्लीकेशन है उसको डिसमिस किया जा रहा है, तो
मुझे तो नहीं, जो मैं कोर्ट में था, जो ऑर्डर डिक्टेट किया गया था वो तो नहीं, वो क्या है हाँ,
ऑर्डर में ये है कि
sir, ये है
so they have mentioned in the let me read out. Heard Mr. Kapil Sibal, I'll read out from the beginning. Heard Mr. Kapil Sibal and Ms. Meenakshi Arora, learned senior counsel, appeared for the petitioner, and Mr. Damashishadri Naidu, learned senior counsel, appearing for the Election Commission, as well as Mr. Jishnu Chaudhary, learned senior counsel, appearing for respondent number 2 and 3. No further orders are necessary in this case except to record the statement of Mr. Damashishadri Naidu that the Election Commission will implement the circular dated 13th April 2026 in true letter and spirit. With those clarifications, the special leave petition stands dismissed.
Naturally.
Pending IA or IAs, if any, is and are disposed of.
Naturally. So naturally, हमने जो मांगा था, उन्होंने कहा कि आप लेटर एंड स्पिरिट पे लागू कीजिए, तो और कुछ हमने मांगा नहीं था, तो डिसमिस इन द लाइट ऑफ दैट इज वाट टू बी डिसमिस्ड, बट इट इज नॉट डिसमिस्ड विदाउट दैट। इट ऑब्वियस है,
letter in spirit is above there, sir.
वो तो है ही, वो तो लिखा हुआ है उसमें।
So are you also saying that this is unprecedented, never in the past has
नो, कौन से प्रदेश में ये हुआ? कहीं नहीं हुआ, क्योंकि जो इनका जो मोहब्बत है ना दीदी से, वो बहुत ज्यादा है।